Okay, hope you can hear me. Welcome back to UW Women's Hockey. I apologize. It has been a total mess trying to get this set up. Normally, as you know, we're on rink one over here at the Kraken Community Iceplex, the Starbucks rink, where I have a table that I can set things up on. Do not have that here on rink two. The men's team is playing in the Apple Puck against Wazoo over on rink one. So I apologize if things are not optimal. Right now, you're looking across the way at UW in their huddle, Montana State on the other side. The first of two games in consecutive nights between these two teams, Washington and Montana State. Just the first two of only a handful of home games for the Huskies on their initial ACHA schedule here, getting year two underway in the ACHA. Looking forward to it. Happy to have you here. Hope everything sounds all right. I think we're going to get some pre-game introductions and set here. Okay, should be back and running here. Things look to have been frozen. Uh, as the teams huddled up, we are now ready for puck drop at center ice. Again, want to apologize for the less than stellar conditions. As Montana State in the offensive zone first. Slap shot from the blue line. Stopped by Mohammed in goal. Ceedy's going to get it up the ice right in front of us. Just kidding. That will go back to Yaz for a little poke out there. Carlson's going to go along the wall. Montana State up on the blue line. Sends another puck in, but that's swallowed up easily. And we'll go off for a face-off on the far circle. Again, not ideal. Normally I've got a little table and an overhead view of these games. You are looking through the glass here at KCI, which is a bit mucked up. So again, I apologize if things do not look good. We're doing what we can. UW wins the faceoff. They'll push it up. Ceedy moving up the ice here. Behind the goal. Looking for a pass. Can't find one. Gets the puck in towards the net. And that will go along the far wall there. Sent back in. It's stolen by Montana State. Pushing up the ice. Up through the center circle. Looking to gain some speed here. Power move towards goal. Stopped in goal by Yaz. Excellent stop there. Washington facing some early danger. Ceedy's trying to move it up the ice here. Bruce Donahue, the captain of this Husky squad, tries to clear it, but is unable to do so. Trying to go off for a change. Washington will regain possession. Huskies in their second season of ACHA play, looking to build off an exciting year last season. Montana State with a dangerous steal along the blue line. They will be able to keep it up, but won't have the numbers they initially had. A shot from the slot is stopped, and Washington's going to try and move this up. Unable to do so. Montana State, some heavy pressure here. Montana State is on the forward, get the shot. Pad save, rebound, put home. The Bobcats will strike first at 18:05. 18:05. Looks like that's Montana State's number 6, Aaron Gallagher, with the goal there. So I will try to fix the graphic. Please give me a minute. Again, folks, sorry for the issues. Things are a lot easier when we're broadcasting from Rink 1, but that is not the case for these next two games. Montana State keeps up the pressure. Montana State's number 9, Grace Cheney, rang the far post there. Looking for Montana State's second goal of the night. Did not come true. Washington, while we were having issues here at the Kraken Community Iceplex, I love that Kraken Community Iceplex internet, did have some offensive zone time, but not anything to show for it, unfortunately. The Huskies and the Cats. Washington's trying to get out from behind their own goal at this point. Moving along here again, Montana State has kept the pressure up in the offensive zone all night long. It is just a little over 5 minutes. So all night long doesn't really tell the story, but here we are. Corey Jeffries tries to move it out. Ultimately, it's Tesla Pratt who's getting this puck off the ice. Blue center, Montana State provides some resistance here as we move right up along the ice. Montana State looked for the cross ice pass into the crease, but Muhammad was ready for that one. Out in front. Washington's looking here to finally get the puck moving up out of their own zone, but they will turn it over to Montana State. And the Bobcats looking to take care of this possession. We've got referee back. Not anymore. Corey Jeffries for Washington leads a change. We'll get this puck up the ice to Reagan Thomas for Montana State regains possession. This one's going to catch icing the wave off. Washington has numbers. Looks like Jeffries again with this puck moving up the ice, but Montana State on the pass there. Tough fall from Aaliyah Wood. She's up there sturdy like a tree. She'll be all fine. Montana State pushing it back into the offensive zone now, looking to keep things going on the blue line. As Washington's just simply trying to get this moving, trying to get anything going on the offensive end of things. Not quite yet, but they're looking for it. Reagan Thomas tries to intercept the pass there. She'll keep it moving for Skylar Rowe. Montana State does remain with the possession. Montana State player into player and looking for a stoppage. Again, folks, should be all good to go. Montana State struck first just a little under 2 minutes in. Aaron Gallagher from Maeve Kelleher. Sorry, see if I can get this correct. Yes, Maeve with the assist on the Gallagher goal for Montana State. Just under 2 minutes in. Washington looking to take advantage of this fall from Montana State around their own blue line. They're not going to be able to do that. And Montana State is moving with speed into the offensive zone. That is Maeve Kelleher once again. Just mentioned her name, and she seems to have heard that. Tried to move up the ice, unable to get a real dangerous opportunity against the Huskies there. Coming to you live from the Kraken Community Iceplex. Montana State leads Washington 1-0 here as we approach the 12 minutes left mark in the first period. Montana State with a shot on goal against Yaz able to make the stop. And Montana State keeping the pressure up. They're looking for a shot from the slot. They're not able to get it. Instead, it's coming back up to the blue line. A shot from the blue line, slow around the goal. Montana State the first to come up with it, though. The Cats looking to strike once again, but Yaz is able to let that one down. Initially run by Montana State. Look to get that out. They're unable to do so. With speed, trying to get something going for the Huskies offensively and try to go around the goal, unable to get anything going there. Washington just trying to get some sort of sustained offensive zone time. They haven't been able to do so yet. Pratt's trying to weave through a few players here for the Bobcats, moves it up near the blue line. And that's going to be a steal for the Bobcats. Before the Cole Jefford sends it back around the back end of the ice line. Washington trying to move it around. Unable to get much going. Avery kind of keeping this one in on a few different attempts. This one will hang up awkwardly along the wall. And we'll go for a stop. 10:42 left in the first period for these two teams. Washington and Montana State. Montana State leads 1-0 on a goal from Aaron Gallagher a little under 2 minutes in. This one's going to go all the way back into the Washington zone. Corners will come all the way back. Okay, so the skate down the ice doesn't like some cardio. Again, folks, apologies for the internet issues earlier. We thank the Iceplex for that. Apologies for the unconventional looking through the glass viewing here. We are on the rink 2 of the Kraken Community Iceplex, different than our normal rink 1 viewing spot. Washington trying to get things going here off the face-off. They're going to do so. Montana State's going to try to chip it out. A lot of knocking up here through center, but the Huskies will come through with it. Initially, at least Skylar White was looking to put that one. He was able to get on the other end of it. Back into the Montana State zone down now. Bobcats are the majority of the possession in this one. I've had plenty of sustained zone time. Washington looking to change that in their favor as we approach over the halfway mark of this first period. Okay, so try this. First guy, there. Moving it up the ice here around. For Montana State's goalkeeper, Reese McConnell. Montana State again looking to get some this opportunity here. Along the far wall to the captain Donahue. Donahue's going to move it up. Looks like for Blue Brothers for the city. Correct. Two of the starters matching up there. Washington trying to get a shot on goal, but unable to do so. Clogged up slot. Montana State making sure nothing gets to their goalkeeper. Goaltender, sorry. Got my soccer and my hockey mixed up there. And Montana State will keep it within their own defensive zone before a potential turnover here. There's a referee in the way. Here's the job of this. This one's going to get in. Montana State has some good possession, but they do not have numbers. They're going to try to go around the goal here. This one looks like this will come out Jefford to clear it. Montana State tried to keep it alive, but that goes right to Donahue. Donahue trying to find Jeffords here. Jeffords had part of the puck for a second, but Montana State continues to clog up those passing lanes. Pratt tries to keep it alive at center, but Montana State is able to move it up. The offensive zone shot up and over the goal. They continue to apply that pressure. They'll do so here. They'll go off the back boards. Avery O'Connell. They try to move this out. Stop save by Diaz. Gets the initial. Does not move it to get the rebound. That was tough. Played out a little bit. Rylan Lawrence of the Bobcats. Oh, yeah. Number 22, Rylan Lawrence. 7:48 left in the first period. Bobcats lead 2-0 over the Washington Huskies here in the first period after Kraken Community Iceplex. Trying to change All right, we're all set here. As Montana State again pushing into the offensive zone. Washington's holding on here. We got a little bit of a collision, but we'll play on. Washington trying to clear this out, prevent Montana State from getting another look on goal here as Victoria Jeffords pushes the puck up the ice, will dump it in, and the Huskies will go for a change. 6:45 and counting left in the first period here at the Kraken Community Iceplex. Rink 2. The Smartsheet rink, if you're familiar. Montana State trying to get through the slot here. They're going to be able to get that. And that's goal number 3 for the Bobcats. Faith Hobbs out of Connecticut will get goal number 3 for Montana State. Tough one here for the Huskies. A couple of tough bounces have left them down by a trio of goals in game number 1 of this season. Okay, we're up to date on our scoreboard. 3-0, 5:51 remaining in the first period. Washington and Montana State here in ACHA play from the Kraken Community Iceplex. Montana State's kept their offensive zone pressure up for the majority of this first period as they get a fourth goal. Looks like Faith Hobbs with her second, and just a span of that was Ryland Lorenz for her second. Ryland Lorenz with the goal, Faith Hobbs with the third goal. Aaron Gallagher got the goal to get us started. It was 4-0 Montana State. Tried to fix the traffic again. We're all updated 4-0 for the Bobcats here. It's game 1 of 2 this weekend. 17, unfortunately. As you heard from our PA announcer Andrew, Ryland Lorenz with the goal, or second of the night. As Montana State's trying to get numbers here. Shot on goal to Yaz. Yaz can scoop that one up. Pretty easy. This Montana State side, folks, has continued to provide offensive zone pressure. They've been able to jump on loose pucks, even when they've had miscommunications, loose pucks of their own. It's ended up on their stick no matter what. Washington hasn't been able to get the bounces to go their way, unfortunately, to start this one. And they find themselves in a 4-0 hole to start things off. Penn State sends it around back. Washington just trying to get things clear, trying to get some offensive zone time on their own. As they'll move it around ahead here for Seedy. Seedy's moving the puck up the ice behind the goal now. A drop off. Looking for a pass, is not going to be able to find it. Montana State's moving this one up this. Just kidding. Seedy says, no, I will get this back myself. Shot on goal, stopped initially. And is able to clear out. Great attempt. Effort by Seedy to get that one into the offensive zone, around the goal, trying to find a teammate, get the steal when Montana State's trying to move it out, and get an effort on goal. Montana State trying to get an effort on goal there, but they'll go around the boards. Washington trying to get out of their own zone. They'll start to do so. They were looking for Nadia Bellabarba. But Washington will do so. We will hit a stoppage. 3:30 left in the first period from the Kraken Community Iceplex. 4-0 Montana State over the Washington Huskies in ACHA play. This is the first game of Washington's 2025-26 season. Montana State moving it up. That is Aiden. I will get this right. We've got a pronunciation guide. That is Victoria Jeffers. Intercepts that pass, and we'll try to get this out of her own zone. Wow. Shisake Saucy. That is what the pronunciation guide tells me for Montana State. Shot on goal by Pratt. Tag save and out. Washington trying to keep this one in. Montana State looking to clear it. Montana State will get this puck. And it's just barely kept in for Washington before Montana State regains possession. So that valiant effort is not one that keeps things alive for the Huskies. Odd bounce there. Montana State will make it 5-0 here in the first period. 2:34 left in the opening frame of this one. Looks like number 6, Aaron Gallagher, for the Bobcats. I can see that. No, that's number 8. That's number 8, Addison Carpenter out of Moscow, Idaho. Addison Carpenter with the goal for Montana State. 2:34 left. Bobcats 5, Huskies 0. See if I can get the draft, but with how close we are to the intermission, might have to keep it at 4-0. It is 5-0 here at the Kraken Community Iceplex. Montana State. Yep, Addison Carpenter. Oh, tough one there. Montana State will make it 6-0. I believe that's Faith Hobbs in the first second of the game. Faith Hobbs of the Bobcats, 2:05 remaining in the first period, 6-0. Bobcats leading the Huskies. All right, we are up to date. Huskies will try to get this one out. Bella Barber's moving this one through center. Looking for
pass here, but she's got the zone entry all on her own. Drop it off to Pratt, who tries to keep it. Should get it back temporarily before Montana State pushes that to center. Carlson will keep it in, but it's intercepted by Montana State. That is Nate Keller. He is quite quick on the skates, I will say that. Under a minute here left in the first period, Washington. The Huskies trailing 6-0 to the Montana State Bobcats here at the Kraken Community Iceplex Rink 2 Smartsheet rink. It's been all Montana State so far. They've continued this persistent, aggressive offensive zone, and it's given them some pretty good results. Up in the air, along the boards right in front of us here. Carlson will try to move it along the blue line, unable to do so. This one's coming back to Yaz. Yaz will cover this one up. 19.2 seconds left in the first period. Huskies trailing 6-0. As this opening frame is nearing close. Pretty good crowd here at the Kraken Community Iceplex. A good amount of folks on the east facing side. No, sorry, west facing side of the rink here. Shot near goal behind the boards for Montana State. They'll keep it in the zone. They've got 4 seconds to try to get a shot off. They will not do so. And we will head to the first intermission. Huskies trailing 6-0.
Welcome back to the Kraken Community Iceplex Rink 2, the Smartsheet rink, Montana State. The Bobcats lead the Washington Huskies by a score of 6-0 in HCHA play after one period. Goals for Montana State by Aaron Gallagher, Addison Carpenter, Faith Hobbs twice, and Rylan Lorentz twice. Yep, 2 from Lorentz, 2 from Hobbs, 1 from Carpenter, and the 1 from Gallagher. Teams are just about getting ready to come back from the first intermission. 4 minutes on the countdown clock. Teams are getting back into the bench area. Going on next door at Rink 1 is the UW men's hockey team versus Washington State men's hockey Apple Puck tournament. Those teams look to have just gone to second intermission by the looks of things. Washington will now attack the nearest goal to us. Hopefully we get some goals on this side. Again, folks, for those who are tuning in for the Montana State side of things, it is not normally this poor in terms of the viewing experience. We had some internet issues in the first period. Iceplex Wi-Fi, not great. And we're looking through the glass panels here at the Iceplex, which are pretty marked up. Obviously, this is a public use rink. We don't really clean these things. Normally, when we stream these UW games on Rink 1, we've got a perch we can see from up above. Everything's much better on Rink 1, but we're not on Rink 1 tonight. We're on Rink 2. We will make do. Huskies, Bobcats back here tomorrow, 7 o'clock Pacific time. We will be streaming that one as well, likely from the same spots. There is a staircase up there on the right-hand side. I'm sure if you can see it. Thinking about streaming from there tomorrow. We will see. Tough because it's also a way for the folks to get in and out of their respective locker rooms, so don't want to block that. So anyway, just over 2 minutes left before the second period starts. Both teams in their respective huddles. Again, Montana State leads by a score of 6-0 over the Huskies. 2 goals from Rylan Lorentz, 2 goals from Faith Hobbs, 1 from Addison Carpenter, and 1 from Aaron Gallagher for Montana State. That is how it all shakes out as we prepare for the second period. We are just about ready for the second period of Montana State Washington play here on October 24th, 2025. It's 11:17 local time here in Washington. Hope you're not too tired. Hope you're not sick of my voice yet. I know it's not great to hear. This face-off will go initially in favor of Montana State. Washington looked to have some possession there. They're unable to hold that. Montana State will push it to center. The Bobcats continuing the intensity that we saw from them in the offensive zone through the first period. They are looking to add to their lead. Washington does not want that to happen. Bobcats get an effort on. Second effort on the rebound is stopped by Yaz Muhammad in goal. Remarkable diving save there. Best of the night for sure from Yaz in goal. Yaz was basically out to dry. That rebound came straight to a Montana State player for what looked like the 7th goal of the night. Great leaping effort to get on top of that one and deny the Bobcats of a 7th goal a little under a minute in. Washington will try to take advantage of that stop and get it moving here. Leah Wood trying to get this puck up and
out of the zone. Bridget Donahue, the captain of this Washington squad, chases after it, but it gets sent back, and that's an icing. We will come over to the goal closest to us. Washington looks to win this faceoff, hopefully get a shot on goal. They had a handful of efforts on goal on Montana State's Reese McConnell out of Medina, Minnesota, in goal, but nothing got past her so far. Washington wins the faceoff. They'll send it up the blue line, but blew a tire, and Washington will now try to take advantage. Tesla Pratt moving up on this one, cruising ahead like a Tesla. Board battle here along the far wall. Puck goes behind the goal. Montana State tries to send it along the boards, but they're unable to do so. Washington providing some pressure here. Pratt with it. This one will go out back to the boards behind Washington, and that's nice. Early intensity from Washington there, trying to keep on the Bobcats, trying to provide pressure, create a turnover. They've certainly looked better to start things off. Has not net them a goal yet, but you have to think the effort will create something. Huskies will change ahead of this faceoff. Avery Connell, closest to us here. That is Iris Piscula in the faceoff circle. Washington will initially get hold of the puck before Montana State sends it out to center for Carlson. Carlson looks like she went down. I have no idea what just happened there. Apologies, folks. I think we're back online. My computer just entirely restarted for no reason. So we're back here. It's 7-0 Montana State. I haven't been able to fix the graphic yet as we're trying to stay on top of things. Montana State pushing for another goal here. Puck's still loose. Huskies are going to try to get this one out here. Pat tried to move it, but was unable to do so. Puck goes around the Husky goal. Bobcats still on. Victoria's efforts for Washington will move it back behind their own goal, trying to help the Huskies move this one out. scramble in front of the net. Huskies are able to push this one out. It looked a little dangerous there for the moment. Again, Montana State continuing their efforts on goal, trying to extend their lead here as we're about a little under 5 minutes in. Puck knocked off, goal knocked off its pegs, and we will get a stoppage. I can change the score. All right, we're up to date. Montana State leads by a score of 7-0. Huskies have just been hit by waves and waves of offensive zone time for the Bobcats. Washington still looking for their first goal of the season. Huskies moving it up for Reagan Thomas through center, unable to get that one. A little bit of a collision there through center. Montana State will move it up. That is Faith Hobbs, 2 goals on the night for her. Sending it into the slot, no one on the receiving end of that one. And Washington will try to get this one out of their own zone, but right into the numbers of Montana State. Bobcats keeping it alive, moving it back to center, trying to find a new look. Tough rush here for the Bobcats. Shot not on goal, still kept alive, but the Huskies will try to move this one. Carlson will send this up along the wall for a couple of fellow Bobcats. Montana State through the slot, looking for either a pass or new ice, but they will not get it. Huskies will move it out. Bella Barba with Thomas. Over to Thomas, unable to connect there. Had a Bobcats player on her hip, unable to keep going. And Montana State will move it back the other way. One-on-one opportunity. And make that the 8th goal of the night for the Bobcats. Maeve Keller for Montana State. 13:52 left in the second period. Bobcats 8, Washington nothing. Maeve Keller on goal at a Whitefish, Montana. Washington, a couple of different efforts towards goal, but Montana State's Reese McConnell was able to make the save. Spirited push there from the Huskies. A couple of their better looks there against Montana State. 13 minutes left to play in the second period. Washington still looking for that first goal. Montana State's Reese McConnell Big Donut currently on the scoreboard. Huskies will try to get possession of that face-off. They'll be unable to do so. Montana State will push it, and this puck will go all the way down and stay alive. Montana State keeping around the back end of the goal. This one poked around. Yaz makes the initial save, unable to get the secondary one. Tough one, really tough position. Makes the initial save. That puck just stays right in front of Montana State. Looks like number 26, Nicola Roberts for the Bobcats. 12:32 left to play in the second period of this one. Montana State 9, Washington nothing. Kalia City pushing it into the Montana State zone, trying to get something started for these Huskies. Put it down to you, the captain of the Washington Huskies. Tries to get it through too, but that Montana State pressure makes it pretty relentless. City on sides here. She'll look to try to get something on goal. That puck will move around to Kano. Play is rightfully blown dead. Almost dangerous there. Bella Barba not trying to go for Kano, but dangerous opportunity. Play is blown dead. Rightfully so. Face off on the far circle. We have a referee. What do you do about it? This puck will go behind the goal. Huskies trying to get something going on the corner in net for Montana State. This puck will come back towards us here at center. Montana State dumping it back in. Huskies should be able to get possession of this one and move it out. Excuse me. Kalia City moving it through center. Missing great speed. She will try to drop it off to Donahue. Impeded. Grabbing the call. She will play on. Jeffords will pressure the puck. Montana State moving it with speed and efficiency though. Before this Malia Wood, if I remember correctly, initially stopping the Montana State effort. This puck comes back to Yaz. Able to gut that one back. $10:59 left in the second period of this one. The Huskies trailing by a score of 9-0. I know the graphic says 8, but it is difficult to change the graphic and still keep the camera focused on the action here. Washington moving up, Tesla Pratt. Through zone. Washington does have numbers. Pratt, good stick by the Bobcats, is able to disrupt that. Malia Wood tries to get a shot on goal. Blocked by referee, but look like a good opportunity for Washington. They look to have numbers, but they are not able to take advantage of that one. Washington with the puck in their own zone, trying to find it through center. This one to Victoria Jeffords. Zunis gets it up. Nakano will let that one down. $10:18 left to play in the second period. Montana State, the Bobcats lead the Washington Huskies by a score of 9-0. ACHA played the first game of the 25-26 season for the Huskies. This face-off on the far circle goes around the Montana State goal. Washington looked to keep it. Gaines is able to keep it alive initially. Tesla Pratt keeps it to. We've got a Montana State player down. That is number 21, Arlen Becker. She'll get back up. She's tough. And she will get the puck. There you go. This one back through center. Becker does look fine, so hopefully she's all right. Don't want to see anything bad going on around here. Washington tries to move it around their own goal. They'll retreat to try and start a new rush. Pratt has moved the puck pretty well through the ice. I will say that. She's looked pretty impressive. She's right in front of us. Victoria Jeffords on the puck here. Washington looking to get something started. They are not able to get it back to the blue line. And Montana State will pressure. They've been very good at pressuring all night long. Montana State's number 11, that is, I will have to get the pronunciation brought up. Kellyanne Hendrickson lost my pick there. Sorry, I had to make sure I got the pronunciation right. Avery Connell trying to get the puck up from just within the blue line. Huskies get this puck in front of McConnell, but Reese McConnell in goal for the Bobcats is able to knock that one down. McConnell has been pretty rock solid in goal tonight for Montana State, keeping a big donut on the scoreboard so far. 8:57 left in the second period for Washington on this faceoff right over here on the near circle. Bobcats win it initially. CD with some nice pressure. This one will go around the back of the goal. Bridget Donahue, the captain of the Huskies, trying to keep it alive for Washington. Montana State will jump on this puck along the boards and try to move it out. Pounded by Bella Barba. And the Bobcats will move it into the zone for their 10th goal of the game. That looks like it was Nicole Roberts. We will have to wait for our announcer from Andrew to tell us. It's safe to say it has been all Montana State tonight here at the Kraken Community Iceplex. For those just tuning in, we are at the Kraken Community Iceplex here in Northgate. Washington Huskies, Montana State Bobcats. This is ACHA hockey. It's been all Montana State. They've collected every bounce. Yep. Number 26, Nicola Roberts with the goal there for the Bobcats as we're in double-digit territory. Montana State again pushing into the zone here. Looking for an effort. Goes high, Yaz with the initial save. The second save comes out on the other end of it on the rebound. Two nice saves. It's tough to put any pressure on the goalie here. It's so tough, to put criticism on a goalie, let alone an ACHA play when you're the only goalie on the roster here. Yaz has made some pretty good saves. Reagan Thomas will move this puck up. You believe it? Reagan is a senior this year, if I remember correctly. Washington with the puck into the crease. Thomas with a nice little backhanded pass. That puck eventually gets to Iris Piskula right in front of Reese McConnell. But McConnell again, pretty rock solid in goal for Montana State. And able to make the save. We've got a face-off here on the near circle. If you're just tuning in, again, apologize for the unfortunate angles that we're having to broadcast this game from. Normally we are on rink 1 of the Kraken Community Iceplex. We are not tonight. This is rink 2, the Smartsheet rink. We do not have our normal perch to watch at a vantage point from. We are watching from ground level. The boards. It is 10-0 Montana State. Just under 7 minutes to play here in the second period. Huskies looking for their first goal of the night. First goal of the season, matter of fact. Victoria Jeffords is pushing this one through center. Kazunas with a shot towards goal. Bounces off the backboards to Jeffords. Jeffords trying to keep this one alive. Montana State has it in their skates. Test the prop with the puck now. Graff, who has moved it well through this game. To the corner for Kazunas. Kazunas back behind the goal. Montana State looks to keep this one. But hounded by Jeffords. Puck still behind the Montana State goal. Jeffords laid a nice hit. Avery Connell keeps it alive before it's pushed out by Montana State. Bobcats looking for their 11th for the night. Alone here on Yaz. Nice save by Yaz Muhammad in goal. It's not been an easy night for Yaz, facing a ton of shots in this one. Pratt moving it up to Jeffers. Zunis will send it through. It's just Jeffers and number 15 of Montana State. That is Martina Lobo. On the other end of things, shortly after that play that I was trying to make up, Bobcats keeping it alive. Washington just trying to clear it out of their own slot. Bobcats shot towards goal is blocked and careens into the corner. Shot towards goal, stopped by Yaz and melted down for a faceoff. Leah City with the puck here after some more technical difficulties. It's just been a wonderful streak, folks. City around the goal, trying to find a pass here. Dumps it back behind goal for Bella Barba. She puts pressure on this puck, but Montana State will get to the first. Nope, pressure actually does help. As City comes to help off. Bridget Donahue pokes it ahead. Jacqueline Huskies here, right in front of us for Leah Wood. And this Montana State going the other way. That's Maeve Kelleher. Kelleher with the shot, all alone in on Yaz. That's a tough one. Make it 11-0 for Montana State. As I said, folks, very difficult to put much of any blame on a goalie, let alone in a game like tonight where it just feels like Montana State's gotten all sorts of bounces in their favor for these prime scoring opportunities. We're all up to date here. Montana State leads by a score of 11-0 over the Washington Huskies. 4:05 left to play in the second period at the Kraken Community Iceplex. Shot from the point from Montana State goes wide of the goal. This puck bouncing around right in front of Yaz Muhammad dangerously. Another shot from the point is blocked and will go out to the far corner. Bobcats keeping it alive. They will get a shot on Yaz, but a nice stop. Nice quick stop. As I said, Yaz has had to make some tough saves in this one. Muhammad's been up to the task. Some tough situations for sure. You know, playing goalie is a lonely thing. You're over there in the crease. In some situations, you're left alone on a breakaway, which we've seen this one for Montana State. The most recent goal for Maeve Keller coming that way. This puck behind the goal now. Battle along the boards, trying to get it to move. Not much going on. The officials are saying they need it to move. Battle initially with Carlson. Carlson now on the puck. Will move it along, looking for Victoria Jeffords. Jeffords will go around, trying to get this one out of her own zone. Nifty little handle. Up to Tesla Pratt. Pratt, again, one of the bright spots in this one, has moved the puck pretty well. Her, Kalia Seedy, have both moved the puck pretty well in this one. Washington still looking for their first goal. Shot on by Pratt, sticked out, and towards the back wall. Montana State will get this one and move it out. But Malia Wood was in position, unable to get so. Julia Rostis tried to get that one out there. Montana State sends it behind the boards. behind the goal, that is. And this is Wood moving up the ice with some good speed. Leah Wood. Leah Wood looking for a shot here. She's impeded. Kazunas had the puck near the front of the goal of Reese McConnell, who's got that big 0 on the scoreboard still. Montana State will push it along. That's Arlen Becker. Passes up. Ooh, great save by Yaz Muhammad in front. Becker was looking for number 14, Josephine Charette. On the other end, on the back door, wide open on the back door, but Yaz was able to get to the other end of things and make the save, which looked like a skate save. Very nice. This puck will be dumped in. And that's a nice one.
Typically, they're MSU.
All right, we have switched over to a different camera in hopes that we don't have as many issues as we did in the first two periods. I don't know how much of that was internet based, but we live and we learn, folks. It is under 2 minutes out from the third and final period of tonight's ACHA game between the visiting Montana State Bobcats and the hosting Washington Huskies. As you can see in the top left, the Montana State Bobcats lead by a score of 11-0. Their offensive zone pressure has really been the catalyst tonight for them. A bunch of different goal scorers here. Maeve Kelleher on the sheet. Aaron Gallagher, Addison Carpenter, Faith Hawkins twice, might be three times. Sorry, it's quite loud. Rylan Lorenz, Nicola Roberts. We are just about ready for this period. Yeah. Here we go. Montana State moving things here. We're going to dump it in. Yes. Stop. Just 11 seconds into the third period. Stoppage. Face off on the triple. Nope. It's official. Mella Barber moves it up to Seedy. Race here for this. Seedy in on Lisa McConnell. McConnell makes the stop. Two people with a big zero on the scoreboard. This puck will stay alive, but it's not a nice one. This puck stays alive shortly after the Reese McConnell save. Talia Seedy with the puck once again. We've got two players on her, though, and the entire Montana State cut that. Richard Donahue, sorry, not Paige. Richard Donahue tried to keep that one in there. Not happening. On the blue line here, back for Donahue. Donahue will pass it up. Let's see again, but McConnell is able to make the save. Reese McConnell's been on her game tonight. Left shot goalie out of Minnesota. Able to keep things at 0 for the Huskies, deny them of a goal here in their opening game of the season so far. 19:05 left to play in the third and final period of tonight's game. This faceoff will come out, and Montana State looks like they've got numbers if they keep it ahead. This one will go around the goal. Montana State not getting the initial shot off. Battle along the boards here. Oh, there's Victoria Jeffers. She will move this puck off along the ice, but she's hounded. She's going to keep hold of this one for a bit before the Bobcats are able to get this one as they look to get this puck out of their own zone. Huskies will keep it alive briefly. Puck's still alive, man, Montana State. We're going to hold this one and send it down to the first one because the Pratt moves it up. Washington looks like they'll get a change here. Huskies looking for their first goal of the night, first goal of the season. This is their second year in the ACHA. Zunis tries to move it up, unable to get through. Montana State moving it through. This is number 21. I've got the score sheet here. Arwen Becker. Becker showing some physicality here along the boards near us. This puck will go up and into the bench. Face-off run by Montana State. They'll push it ahead, but that's Avery Connell for the Huskies. She'll push this around, try to get it into the zone for Washington. Unable to do so. This one's going to run back. Carlson for Washington will try to push this along to Avery Connell. Connell along the far boards. Pushes it up ahead, past Reagan Thomas, and back towards Reese McConnell for the Bobcats. No icing here. Pressured by Skylar O keeps this puck alive. Her and Reagan Thomas are near the goal. Puck towards McConnell is sticked away, and Montana State will move it out. Try to get through center. It's Reagan Thomas on the puck instead. Back to Malia Wood for Washington. Kind of mucking up in the middle of the rink here. This puck back towards McConnell, but Montana State says don't worry about that. We won't make you play this one. This puck will come back. Looks like no icing here. It's Malia Wood. She'll move this up along for Bridget Donahue, her captain. Julia Rosas tries to get this one up. She does. It's up through center for Ella Barba. Ella Barba's going to move this one up. Nadia gets a shot on. Stopped by Reese McConnell. Nice effort by Nadia Bellabarba to get this one, move it through center, find the open ice and get a shot on goal, but McConnell stays sharp for the Bobcats. Face on near circle. Goal 16-21 and counting. We're left in the third period. Huskies trying to find something as the Montana State pressure and forecheck has just been too much. Almost showed that there as Bella Barlow will try to move this one up. And the Huskies will be able to get it through center. Bridget Donahue is going to push this puck up the near boards, push it across the ice to Gaines. He's unable to keep it in. And now it's Bella Barlow going to try to retrieve this one, and she will, to ensure that Montana State does not keep things going. Receiving it nearest to this puck, she will get this one and try to avoid a turnover. She will. Up to Avery Connell. Up to Carlson. This puck will go into the far boards for an icing. Far face-off circle. Montana State's got control of this one. This one will roll behind the Husky net. Washington trying to clear it out. Montana State keeping it alive. Maeve Kelleher has been all over the ice in this one. Smooth skater, has been on top of pucks when Montana State needs it to be. She has been a big spot for this team. Kazunas up ahead for Washington's goal's going up too. Stopped by McConnell. Kazunas all in alone on Reese McConnell, but the Montana State goaltender stays rock solid, keeping that big 0 on the scoreboard. Just under 15 minutes left in the third period. Washington still looking for a goal. Reese McConnell has stopped everything in her way. Leah Wood, nice play to keep this puck alive, and she'll drive it ahead for Tesla Pratt. Pratt, hounded, finds Wood. Wood up to Reagan Thomas. Reagan Thomas looking for a shot. Her shot stopped by McConnell. Stick save out and towards the far boards. Nice little passing effort there. Making sure we're still live. No efforts. Yeah. No issues so far. Oh, that's Reagan Thomas. Sorry, Reagan. Over to Wood, over to Pratt now. Pratt push this one. This one will bounce behind the goal, and Montana State will control it. Huskies trying to keep this one in. They will. Gaines will keep this one in, and that is Reagan Thomas. Before he is pickpocketed up the puck. Looks like Nicole Roberts there, if I remember correctly. Yes, I did. Tried to get a shot on. She's unable to do. Tesla Pratt's going to move this one through center. She's got space. Pratt and Pratt. She will shoot it. Stopped initially by McConnell. This one's still loose. Washington's able to hold it. Pratt with the puck currently. Back to Skylar O. Skylar O will keep it initially, and Washington still got the puck. Looks like Malia Wood down there. Reagan Thomas tried to find her. Unable to connect. That was pretty wild. That one's a nice one. We'll come back for a face-off. It's good. Better hockey in this one. In this third period initially. 13-10 to play in the third period between these two ACA teams. The Huskies, a couple different looks. A breakaway for Kazunas. What are they doing? There is some confusion with the two officials here. It'll be a face-off on the near circle. Excuse me. Washington still looking for that first goal. Face-off. Give that win to Seedy. But Montana State is able to take care of the rebound. Barba will look to push this one back through her own zone, trying to get things cleared up. Pressure here, Carlson and Barba for Washington, trying to make sure that Montana State does not get a touch. Barba on the puck. She'll play it back behind her own goal. Looks like Bridget Donahue is trying to move this one along. This puck up in the air. Yaz Mohammed tried to make the save, but it's up over. He's got oh, yeah, face-off's over here. Yeah. Face-off run by Washington. They'll try to push it on. Victoria Jeffords will try to move this one, unable to do so. Yulia Restas will push it up. That one will end up all the way back by McConnell, who gently types it on for her Montana State teammates to push ahead. They will do so before Malia Woods able to reject that one and send it back. Montana State says, no, actually, we'd like to keep it going towards that direction of your goal. Jason Pratt, again, one of the bright spots of this game for Washington. Skates through, able to get the zone entry. But like so many different zone entries in this game for Washington, not a lot going on after the zone has been entered. Malia Restas will get on this one. Pratt on it again, and we got outside. That'll be face off on the dot nearest to the Montana State bench. Then there's Iris Piskula on the face off. This one will come back behind Yaz and goal. And that's nice. Back we go. Face off on the far circle in the corner. Montana State with control of that one. This one goes back behind the Montana State goal. Hounded by the Huskies. Reagan Thomas with the pressure there. Missed by Thomas. But it's Dave Kelleher for Montana State. He gets it going. High to low passing here from the Bobcats. They're trying to get an effort on Yaz Muhammad, but they're unable to do so. She's battling out in front of the goal. A couple of high sticks. The shot goes around Muhammad behind the goal. Montana State looking for their 12th goal of the night. Puck in close. The goal is a block. And a shot by Dave Kelleher from Washington. This puck staying alive. Huskies trying to clear it out of their own zone. Skylar Rowe here looking to get this one. Unable to do so. Comes back to shot here from the slot with traffic in front. And that is a 12th goal of the night for the Bobcats. Looks like that is 13 Josephine Charette. If everything is correct, we will get the official word from our score range shortly. Washington still looking for their first goal of the season here. I was wrong. That was Erin Gallagher. Should be her second of the night. Montana State in on goal again. Nice save by Yaz Muhammad. Montana State tried to wait till the very end. What a nice save by Muhammad. Again, maybe I am just a goalie apologist, a goalie sympathizer, whatever you might call it. I think it's a difficult position to be in. This time out here, looks like he's got a gear malfunction. For Yaz Muhammad, goaltender. Sure what's going on here, but as I was saying, it's a difficult position to be in as a goaltender. You know, you could be left on an island and try and make some of these saves. Bounces can, go in the other team's favor, and you're left in an unfortunate position. Um, you know, I think he has made some great saves in this game. Some nice diving efforts. Um, So it's difficult to look at this final score and just say, oh, well, pin the blame on anybody. This is the first game of the season for the Huskies. Montana State's come out. They've certainly shown their prowess. These two teams will meet tomorrow here at the Iceplex, 7 o'clock. I believe the exact timing is 7:15 p.m. Pacific time. Hoping to be broadcasting once again here from the Kraken Community Iceplex Rink 2. Hoping that we don't have as many issues as we did tonight with the internet, with the camera. And officially, that is a timeout for the Huskies. Everything was all right with you guys. Hope everything is all right with yes. bit of a break, thankfully. But everything is all right. Jazz will stay in the game. 9:51 left in this third period. In ACHA play here at the Kraken Community Iceplex. Montana State meeting Washington. Our score of 11-0. Now resuming play. Face off on the near circle. CD for Washington. Name sheet here. Montana State will keep it in the zone. This one will go around the back of the goal. Nicola Roberts for Montana State. Huskies will move it through. CD. As the Huskies still look for their first goal tonight, first goal of the season, plays the Pratt. As the puck stolen by Roberts. Roberts, puck on, nice save by Yaz. Early test there from Roberts. Yaz up to the pass. CD moving it up, will send it through. This puck will stay in the corner and go around as Washington looks for it. Pratt will keep it in, right to a Montana State stick, unfortunately. Looks like that's Malia Wood. Wood with the battle along the boards. As he keep it alive, Pratt sends it in. We'll limit around for Bella Barber. Bella Barber will body it up with a hit. Montana State comes out on top of that one, but the puck does end up near the goal. I thought Bella Barber might have had a chance on that one. Did not. Avery Connell with the puck now. Looking for an opportunity, looking for window. She'll send it on for McConnell. This one is stopped, but still alive. Huskies still looking for their first goal, unable to get so. As a Pratt against Karen O'Hara. It's now Harwin Becker who looked for a shot there, was unable to get it. It's Aaron Gallagher, already a few goals in this one. Battling along the far boards there. Huskies keeping it in their own zone, trying to get it out. Montana State with that pressure. As the Pratt trying to weave it out. Unable to do so, unfortunately. Montana State right in front of us, keeping this alive. Looking for a shot opportunity. Less than 8 minutes to go in this third period. Shot from the blue line, stopped initially by Yaz before it knocks it down. We'll get a face-off on the near circle. Huskies will be on the favorable end of this face-off, but their puck does not get out of their own zone. Montana State trying to keep it along here. Puck eventually ends up right in front of Yaz, who's able to melt that one down for another face-off. Washington will move this one around. It's Reagan Thomas over to Skylar Oates. Washington's got numbers, or they had them initially before Nate Kelleher for Montana State was able to chase them down. Puck will go along Reagan Thomas, who tries to send it in, but it's denied. Puck will come back. No icing. Gaines with the puck behind the Husky goal. Montana State keeping alive behind the Washington goal, looking for an option. Unable to find it, and Washington will try to clear this one out. Sick right. Reagan Thomas now in. Gets the puck towards the slot, unable to find anybody as the Huskies make a change. Carlson sends this one in. No icing. Keep this one going. This one will come right in front of us to Carlson. Donahue, captain of the Washington Huskies, pokes it along. But Montana State gains possession and comes through with speed. Montana State shot towards Yaz. Makes the initial save, makes the rebounded save. Nice effort again. As I've said on this broadcast a few times, the goaltender position is not an easy one, not a forgiving one. And Yaz has been up to the task all night. been easy. It has not been easy. Makes the pad save there. Makes another one. Montana State keeping it alive. Puck through the slot. Nice shot on goal. Leah City keeps it alive. She will push it ahead. But Montana State's able to get to the loose puck. Montana State trying to get it in, but Washington able to push it along. Ricky Donahue pushes it ahead to Kalia City. She's able to get to this puck. Keep it alive. Go around the back of the goal. Looking for some sort of pass here. Sends it towards the slot towards Victoria Jeffords. Donahue in the corner. Jeffords and Donahue. Jeffords now looking for a pass. They send it up. Force off from the blue line, stopped by McConnell and saved for a second. .5:36 left to play in this third period. Not to face off. Washington looking to keep possession. They've had a couple looks in this third period, but have not been able to beat Montana State goaltender Luce McConnell. Huskies keeping this puck alive. Shot goes off the back boards behind the goal. Victoria Jeffords trying to send this along to Tessa Pratt. Pratt behind the goal here. Along to Malia Wood. Her shot snagged by McConnell. Face off on the near circle. Montana State trying to push this along here. Carlson looks to keep it in. He's unable to do so. Montana State just some speed now. Into the wall to knock up any of that rush. Bobcats trying to keep it alive. Stick on the ground. On the ice, sorry. Puck into the dangerous area. Carlson's able to make a block attempt and keep that out of harm's way. There's Arlen Becker trying to push it into the slot. Huskies were able to deny that opportunity. Bobcats moving it in. Becker again with the shot on towards goal. Yaz able to make the pass save. Pratt looking for Reagan Thomas, unable to find her. Victoria Jeffords picks up the puck. Jeffords along the boards right near the Montana State bench. Pratt ends up with it. Gains. Looking to move it ahead. She will. This one will go right towards McConnell, who sticks along for one of her defenders. Bobcats. Less than 4 minutes to play here in the third period at the Kraken Community Iceplex here in Northgate, Washington. Bobcats moving along here. Gaines with the stick is able to disrupt that potential breakaway opportunity for Montana State. They still have the puck. Bobcats looking for their 12th of the night. Around the goal. Pass is not a clean one, but the Bobcats keep it nonetheless. Montana State around the goal. Back up to the blue line. Disrupted pass is now in Washington possession before a turnover. Bobcats keeping it alive. Aaron Gallagher had the puck there. They still got it. Drops it off for Faith Hobbs, who has a few goals already tonight. Sends up to the blue line for a shot. That is blocked by a stick. It is from Iris Skula with the blocked effort there for the Huskies. Montana State tried to get around the goal once again, but they're unable to do so. It's Yulia Restos who tried to move the puck up. Eventually, this is Yaz who's able to melt this one down. 2:32 left in the third period. ACHA hockey. For this one, and folks, I want to again apologize for the issues that we've had. A couple different instances of bad internet here at the Kraken Community Iceplex. I think our initial camera might have been giving us some trouble. I hope you've been able to at least watch a good amount of this. I hope my voice is not too annoying for you. Husky's trying to get it through the zone here. Bridget Donahue will move with speed. She'll find Nadia Bell. Montana State will regain possession. They'll move with speed. Madison Sawyer with the puck in the corner after the bad save by Yaz. Washington will watch this puck go through the slot. Bella Barba will clean it up right in front of us here. Tried to move ahead, looking for Kalia Cedi, unable to find her, but Bella Barba does have it now. Bella Barba pushes it down in. This one will go around behind McConnell. Donahue will follow. Cedi unable to get a hold of this one. Montana State trying to get through, but Washington stops it on the blue line. Right to bring Donahue for Washington, who tries to get it through center, unable to do so. Now able to do so. For Cedi, then Jeffers. Jeffers pounding. Montana State trying to keep that big 0 on the board with just over a minute left. Cedi with the puck now. She'll try to find Jeffers out in front of the goal. Unable to do so. Montana State in the corner. We'll try to send this out. Cedi with the puck. Shot on goal. McConnell. Goodness gracious. Kalia Cedi with a nice quick shot. McConnell with a quick glove save. She's been excellent all night. Face off on the near circle. As LaPratt. This one will go around. A minute remaining. Here's right Andrew. Thank you. Malia Wood now for Washington is able to steer this one out of danger. And up towards Iris Piscula. Trying to get it here. This is Kazunas. Unable to get that one. He escapes it. Victoria Jeffers keeps it in the zone. Washington still looking for their first goal of the night, first goal of the season. 41 seconds on ticking. Montana State playing a little bit of keep away in their own zone. Victoria Jeffers sends it back in, tries to rim it around, unable to do so. They're on the near wall. I don't know if you can see it. I can hardly see it myself. 20 seconds left in this third period. Huskies looking for at least one goal in this one. There's the Pratt. Fires. Unable to get the shot off. Yulia Rustos sends it towards goal. McConnell will stop that one and send it back out. 5 seconds. And this one is in the books. Montana State will win it by a score of 11-0. We'll watch the Huskies here as they surround their goaltender, Dennis McCubbin.